warm out here today. Trying to get in the shade. Mm, there we go. A cool breeze. Although saddening. Whew. Golden, welcome to the room. Man, we're gonna man, just chilling. We're gonna talk about the process today while we answering questions. So, y'all got any questions? Let's come on with it. Big homie, welcome to the room. Big homie 521. So, like the topic said, man, we're gonna talk about the process because Super Sport, welcome to the room. Okay, King, welcome to the room. Yeah, we're gonna talk about the process. You know, with IG and just social media. Period. You see a lot of people on that's mentors like myself, influencers. Just people in general, just doing whatever they do on IG or you know, Facebook, wherever they at, right? So you normally we fall in love. We got a tendency to fall in love with the results. And I wanted today. I want to talk about the process, man, because trucking it's not easy. You know what I'm saying? It might seem like it's easy when you watch somebody else has been doing it for a while. Um, you only getting small glimpses of you know what they going through or what they basically what they going through, right? So you don't have time, like myself. I don't have time to document every little thing that that we go through. So that's kind of what I wanted to talk about today. So yeah, I got the truck, Nardo. I got the truck. I got it sorted out. It was just it was one of those valves. It was four valves. It was one of the four valves that was leaking. So we just took it off and bypassed it. Uh, King said, "How should I book loads for the week? 2 days in advance. So if you're on Monday, if it's Monday, like today's Sunday, so tomorrow morning, get up. Really Friday, you should have been booking loads for Monday, but tomorrow, you book loads for Tuesday or Monday, same day load if you can do that. Do the same day load, but as soon as you book that load, then book another one or the back haul for Tuesday. If you're running local, you're gonna have to do back haul and what you call it at the same time. Cuz, what's up? Mike Cutter, welcome to the room. C West, that's my fan right there. Um, Basically, you want to stay 2 days out. You want to stay 2 days out with your dispatcher. That way, if anything happens in between, breakdowns like, you know, what happened to me the other day, I was a day out. So I still made my scheduled delivery and was able to fix the truck. It was an inconvenience because I was planning on doing something else, but it worked out. So 2 days, to answer that question, 2 days out. You know. So back to the process. You know, you don't see what's the words I'm looking for. I actually dreamt about this last night. That's crazy. I just I had some little short dreams, and it was really about people don't see the invitations that you turn down. You know, to go home and study, the invitations or just the hanging out or just the leisure time or just relax time that you might have that you give up. You know what I'm saying? To study and research or to tune in to Truck Talk Sundays when you could be doing something else. See, people in your surroundings don't see that, right? So they don't see the journey and everything that you go through to get to where you want to be at. They usually just see the results. and then it's, you know, it's all glamour and glitz, you know, the results. But when you know, when you got to make sacrifices and you can't buy certain things and you got to cut bills and you got to, you know, not be able to go hang out with the boys tonight because you can't afford to spend money on that ticket. You know what I'm saying? Gooch was good. You know, so um, you gotta really fall in love with the process because it's all everything that we gonna do. And, you know, anybody that's in here that's listening to watch this video, you know, you got a plan and you got to stick to it. And when you stick to that plan, you're gonna have some peaks and valleys along that road. You know, so, you know, just my main point of this, you know, today is just fall in love with the process, fall in love with studying, fall in love with researching. You know, I'm one of those, man. When I lock into something, you lock into it wholeheartedly. You don't do it half-assed. If you're gonna do trucking, and I want to get into this thing, or I want, like, I'm trying to find a lane or build a lane for my new truck now. I'm not doing anything else but that in my free time. I'm on the internet. I'm searching. I'm emailing different brokers, right? So these are the things that you're gonna have to do instead of chilling, watching TV, watching a basketball game, or doing some of the stuff that you like to do. You got to make that sacrifice. And if you don't make, that's what I mean. Fall in love with the process, man. Fall in love with just doing what you can to better the situation, to make, you know, to make, get your goals closer to you. That's your primary thought pattern. That's what it should be. You know, when you know, I love searching the load boards. I love, because I know what the outcome is going to be. You know what I mean? And just educating myself on things that I don't know. You know, it's I'm still learning. 17, almost 18 years in the game. I'm still, you know, everything changes. So now I gotta evolve with the internet, and I gotta do things different. So you gotta always stay up to speed with what's going on in trucking, because there's so many different components in trucking. You know, so you know, it's not a large topic, but it's just something that I really want. Like I said, I dreamt about it last night. You know, it's like, man, you know, a lot of people don't see the work that you put in, and they see the end result. And I don't want that to be, you know, my message. I don't want it to be like everybody else. I don't want you to see me driving a nice car or having a truck and I'm getting this and I'm doing that. I just really want you to know the shit that I've been through. You know what I mean? Just understand my process was, you know, 15, 16 years. You know what I mean? You know, raising a family and you know, making sacrifices and doing all those kind of things. You gotta just be mindful. And this is part of what I used to always say in the beginning of the lives, the mindset. This is part of the mindset of being in the trucking industry. This shit is rough. It's not easy. So, you know, you gotta have tough skin and fall in love with the process. So if y'all got any questions, man, start shooting them. You know, that's what this is for. Any of those questions you thought about this week, just shoot them my way. Mr. Ashy Pants was good. King said, is it an easier way to dispatch? Yeah, it is, but that's going to come after the work. You put in the work and you set yourself up to make things easier, so to speak. Like, you know, you get your systems in place, so everything will be a lot easier. You know, I know in car hauling you can set up alerts for new cars that pop on the board. That's one thing that can help you make things faster. A lot of car hauling stuff is app driven. So if you're talking about car hauling, it is a lot easier booking it, but the planning of it and the strategy of it is a lot harder than freight. Now with freight, I haven't done freight in a while, so I don't know if they have automatic alerts and stuff like that. I'm sure they do. because they have apps and all that stuff too. So, but to answer your question, yeah, you can make it easier. You can make it easier by building a rapport. Um, Stay in one lane and build on that one lane, because if you all over the place, then now you always got to be consistently dispatching on that board or looking for different things. But if you lock into one lane, then you over time you're gonna accumulate more customers, the same customers. Darnley, welcome to the room. Was that Sade? Welcome to the room. And you're gonna get repeat customers. So once you start getting the repeat customers, you know what I'm saying? Now it makes it easier because it's just an email away. They're emailing each other. You know what I'm saying? So that'll make it easier for you. And that's kind of what I'm doing right now. I'm halfway locked into Brunswick Port. So I gotta up my insurance to $350 cargo because it's a 9 car. And you know, I was emailing with a guy, so I got the back route. I'm gonna have to deadhead over for now. I can probably find a few pieces, but the Carvana thing, it's not out of the plan, but it's just not. They want you to work off the load board and pick from the scraps until you build, they see your name enough, and then they'll give you a lane. And I'm not really with that. So, I mean, I'll do it here and there as long as it's not disrupting something else. But if I can lock in with, the guy's gonna give me 3 vans that I can put on here, 3 Sprinter vans. I can get 3 of them on here, and it's paying $1,350 to $1,400 one way. So all I gotta do is take something over, and that's my backhaul. That could typically turn into a $2,500 day. I mean, if I could do that 4 times a week, I'll be cool. So that's what I'm working on. That's part of my process right now. You know what I mean? It's not, y'all haven't seen me. I only did, I was out of 3 days, I only did one round trip with this. 1,900 wasn't bad. But it's still the process. It's just like coming from Hot Shot to this is a whole different thing. So now I gotta redo everything. You know what I'm saying? I gotta make sure that I put the right systems in place so I can, once I really start getting rolling, then it'll be smooth. So I just got on Backlot Cars. Oh yeah, Backlot Cars. I used to run with them a lot. King. Yeah, I used to run with them a lot. Basically, Backlot Cars is the cars in the back of the dealerships. Usually the trade-ins, stuff like that. They pay pretty good. Some of them don't run. So if you don't have a winch, get a winch put on your trailer. Well, you probably won't be able to get back there with a wedge trailer anyway. But I had a single car when I was doing it. So Backlot is cool. It's definitely it's all right. It's a good place to get some cars from. They pay pretty decent. And Backlot is on Super Dispatch load board. So do you have Super Dispatch? Falling over bridges. Welcome to the room. We're talking about the process today, Bridges. Talking about falling in love with the process, man. Falling in love with that work ethic of trying to get to the goal. Cutting leisure time out to put in that work. Turning down invitations that's going to, cost you money. Hanging out and time. That's the kind of thing we talking about today, man, because it's important. Because you're only going to get what you get out of something, what you put in it. Damn, ants is falling off the truck or something. But yeah, Super Dispatch is cool because you could you can just request it. You ain't really got to make no phone calls. That's another thing I like about car hauling. It's a lot of email and app driven stuff. And once you get signed on with the broker or whoever you're dealing with, it's a breeze. Once the loads is up there and you see something you want, it's just boop boop boop, and it's popping on your phone. You go do it, and having Super Dispatch will save you from a lot of false claims too. So make sure you take those pictures and use that app, and don't cut no corners, because it's going to be something that you don't see that you get blamed for. So make sure you go over that car, walk around that mug 2 times, and take plenty pictures, and you'll be straight. And you'll learn what dealers are anal and which ones are not. Because some of them might go through it with a magnifying glass, and some of them won't even look at the car. So, and then backlot cars, they usually trashed anyway, so they don't really be sweating them. But there's other stuff on Super Dispatch that you could use. A lot of the people on Super Dispatch actually they got a lot of 5-day and 10-day pay, and I don't really be rocking with them like that. Supercross, Super Sport Cross said, is it possible to get insurance for selected states? You meaning like I just want insurance for Georgia, Tennessee, and Alabama, and that's it? If that's the question, I don't think so. I know you could do it for one state because you can run in-state, um, intrastate tags, commercial tags, weighted plates. Where you're not allowed to go out of the state. So it depends on what state you in. Yeah, you can't do it for. You can't just pick 3 or 4 states and be like, I want to run in these. You can do that on your registration, but you can't do it for insurance. Now, something similar to what you can do on your insurance will be they will ask you your radius. Now you can give them a radius. You can go from 50 miles, 100 miles, 200 to 300 miles, and then I think 500, and then it's like or more than 500. It's like it's like 4 different brackets, and they can rate you on that. So it doesn't matter about the states. It just matters about the distance that you're gonna run. So you can ask your insurance agent that, and that'll help you. Maybe that'll help you. Either interstate or interstate. 1008 grams said, well, I mean, it doesn't matter, you know what I'm saying, from wherever your home base. Like I'm in Atlanta, so if I pick 300 miles, that could mean South Carolina, that could mean Georgia, that could actually mean the top of Florida, like Pensacola, certain places I can get to within 300 miles, Alabama, Tennessee, maybe even Kentucky in some spots. So it's all a radius with the insurance company, that is. You know what I mean? Because he was asking, can you do like a certain amount of states? Can't, but you can do one state or just run your radius wide open. I could be wrong because, like I said, things change. But from far as my knowledge, nah, you can't do that. So call your agent and check with them, and just play with the rates. You know what I'm saying? I actually got a call because I gotta add 100 more thousand cargo. So when I call them, I'm gonna be like, hey, I need to add 100,000 more cargo onto my policy. How much is it going to change my premium, right? So once they tell me how much is going to change my premium, then I'm gonna make my decision at that point, because it's like this guy is requiring me to get an extra 100,000 cargo to run this route. Is it going to be worth it? You know what I'm saying? Because it's really not consistent, this one route, but that company has a lot of stuff, and I know that 350 will help me with a couple more customers, or shippers, or car carriers, mega haulers, or whatever you want to call them, people I do work for. So I'll make my decision then, and I'm actually shy. I got to call a new insurance company because Progressive, they knocking my socks off right now. And I ain't even supposed to be getting my socks knocked off like that. I've been around too long. Had 3 policies with them, man, and I went from 15,000 to 31,000 just by switching to this truck. And I didn't have stingers before, so they on some other shit. What's a good percentage for a dispatcher? 10%. 10% for car haulers. 10%. You might find some that'll do 8%. You might find some that'll do 15%. If they doing 15, they should be doing your carrier packet for you. They should be doing your invoicing for you, and obviously your dispatching if they're gonna charge you 15%. So yeah, you can make some good money too. Being a dispatcher. If any of y'all want to do dispatching for cars, learn the dispatching game on the car hauler side. And man, these fucking ants, shit. You can make some good money, just like freight. Car haulers, you figure a good car hauler week with one of these trucks might be, $8,000 to $10,000. So that's either 800. You know, you do 10%. You do, that's $800 to $1,000 in your pocket, sitting at a desk. And all you need is about three trucks, and you'll make a good living because you don't have a lot of overhead, just some printer paper. Gas transport. That's my mentee, y'all. Everything good, bro? I'm gonna be tapping in with you later on this evening too. Miss Triplet, welcome to the room. What states to look out for if your truck is deleted? California. California. I had a guy, it's funny, man. I usually don't do, I try to refrain from doing what I'm about to do, but I just feel like it's necessary, man. It's like I've been trucking for almost 18 years, right? And I think what makes me knowledgeable and good is that I don't think I know everything. Like somebody, you could tell me something, and I'm gonna listen to it, and I'm gonna evaluate it, and I'm gonna take heed to it, and I'm gonna learn from it, learn from it, and I'm gonna store it. I was talking to a guy. He has a bigger platform. I'm not gonna name his name, but I just commented on something that he had, and he just shot me back something, and it was just it was low key rude. And I just, I just digressed, and I said, okay, if you say so. But he was having some problems with his dualies, and I just gave him some advice on how to bulletproof them. He said you can only bulletproof a Ford. I said, oh, okay. I mean, I get it, that's where the name originated from, but you can bulletproof any truck. Bulletproof just means make it more sturdy than what it already is. But he knows it, so I ain't say nothing. I just said okay. And the reason why I'm saying that is because somebody you mentioned the delete, and we was talking about. Then I told him to delete the truck. He said, oh, that's $180,000 fine. This, that, and the third. And I'll be honest with you, he has a nice size platform, and it just lets me know that you really don't know shit. There's only an $8,000 fine. It's not $180,000. It's an $8,000 fine. You get put out of service, and you're gonna get towed, and you got to put it back on before you can reactivate. But it's just like he could have just saved that and just said, okay, thanks. But he just, I don't know. I just felt like I want to get that off my chest. Thank y'all for listening. Jan Mac 01, welcome to the room. Talking about the process. So whatever the process you have, whatever the goals you have, just know, gas transport, we understand this, that it's all a process. You know what I'm saying? And he's gonna look back. This is my mentee I'm talking about, y'all. And he gonna look back, and he's gonna be able to reflect on all the steps that we went through. And it might not happen in exact timing that we might plan it. It never does. But as long as you keep working towards that goal, and then you make the sacrifices along that road, and you fall in love. I'm gonna keep saying that you fall in love with the process. You fall in love with making yourself better or getting you closer to that goal. When you finally get to that goal, then it's just gonna be so much more deserved. You know what I'm saying? And until you actually feel it and experience it, you're gonna remember this video, or maybe somebody else told you the same thing, and you're gonna be able to relate, like really relate to what I'm saying right now. So, because it's a lot of the end results on IG. The fancy cars, the big mansions, the jets, everything. Like, those people worked hard for that. So you just gotta understand it's not gonna be an easy road, and sometimes it takes years. My mentee, he just getting started. It might be 2 years before you actually really rolling like that, like rolling in the money and bringing the money in and making major moves. And I say 2 years because you got somebody else that already took the lumps for you that's helping you go through it. So the people who don't have that, then just like Pushman Mitch, he's like, man, it's like you gotta act like you going to college. You know, you go to college for 4 years and then you get out and you get a job and then you start making the money. It's the same principle. You know, and all the homework and the assignments that are done in school. That's the process. That's the stuff that I'm talking about. You got to be geared and prepared to fight any battle that comes your way to get to your goal. You know, so um, but I know I got this, but for super sport, California, and I'll elaborate more on that on the deleting thing. You really don't have to worry about it, um, especially if you run a hot shot. I had my truck deleted since 2013. I ain't never got messed with. I didn't went through them way stations roaring, blowing smoke, blowing black smoke out, everything. You know, hitting hills past the state trooper. They hear it. You know, they hear it. It's just one of them things that they not really gonna bother you with. Now, if you go out to California, they probably will mess with you, like, 'cause, you know, they real heavy on it. But you know, you on the East Coast, Midwest, you ain't really got nothing to worry about. So definitely delete your trucks, though. I'm gonna tell you. See, I'm gonna keep it 100 on this channel or this platform. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you because it's not set up for us to win. And I mean us by saying that the owner operators, the small fleets, it's a monopoly going on in the trucking industry, the ATAs and the big mega companies. You know, that's what the ELD was for, to even the playing field. You know, it wasn't never about safety. So, you know, then you got autonomous driving trucks coming and electric, you know, vehicles is the future. You know, it's a lot of things that's going to change. So you always got to be mindful of what's going on out here and adjust accordingly. You know, so shoot them questions. Got any questions before we wrap it up? Can't see who that is. I don't know why my things, my when y'all come in the room, sometimes it be two people at the same time, be bunched up. I can't read the words. It be like overlapping each other. Something transport. Welcome to the room. And all right, so we got starting out about Wallaby off by any means necessary, something like that. Welcome. Starting out with a low amount of money, which direction you recommend I head and to be a car hauler? A hot shot, definitely. A hot shot is the starting point. It's the lowest point for the car haulers, and you're gonna progress. So you can start off with a single car trailer. You know, let me say this. It's not about how much money you make. It's about how much money you keep and what your lifestyle is. You know, like Jay-Z said before, he's like, what I eat don't make you shit. You know what I'm saying? And it's basically the same thing. You know, it means the same thing. I ran a one car, and I'm gonna be honest with you. I was running a one car because I like I said, I'm transparent. I've been through my peaks and valleys, and right before the pandemic, 7 months prior to that, I was running a one car, and I was happy, and I had no desire to do any of this stuff that y'all see me do. The pandemic made me pivot into this, to be honest with you, because I got myself to a position where I was comfortable, and I was running a one car, and I was making $2,000 a week, but my only overhead, my truck and trailer was paid for. It was Pearl that was paid for, and I had a single car trailer. I only had $235 insurance payment. It was a regular, just regular car insurance, and I was using my boy's dispatch. So $2,000 a week, that's $8,000 a month. I'm pocketing like $7,700 of that. My personal bills was low. It was easy work, Monday through Friday. I was home for dinner every night. You know what I'm saying? It worked for me. So if that something like that works for you, that's something that you can get in at an affordable rate, and you can work your way up from there, as I did. So King said, where can I get an auxiliary fuel tank installed at? Um, Go to any of your truck accessory spots. Pick up truck accessory like Line-X, um, Lanier, Lear, was it Lear Truck Accessories? Those are some of the popular names. But just any of those truck accessory places, they'll do it. NTL, welcome, welcome. Auto transport. So, do you need commercial insurance with the one car? Um, you can. I didn't, but you can. You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. Like, I can show y'all how to get money both ways. You know, because it's like, I'm gonna be honest with you. If you get commercial insurance, let's say you got a 3500 and a single car trailer, right? And that's where you want to start at. If you start off with commercial insurance, they're gonna smack you. They're gonna smack you with the same amount as you running a 3 or 4 car trailer, just for having that one truck on there. Your insurance might be $27,000 pulling a one car. So, in order to move around that, man, what the fuck? In order to move around that, I was oh, these answers getting ridiculous now. That shit flew in my fucking mouth. That's crazy. But look, this shit must be falling off the truck. But listen, if you got somebody that you can work under, that trusts your work, and you ain't gonna fuck nothing up, run that, man. Run that and get regular insurance. And it's a way that you can put, you can cover yourself just in case something happens. Like, you can put that as a leisure vehicle, right? Follow me on this. Put it as a leisure vehicle, and then, damn, and then have it covered. Just like if you was towing one of your own personal cars, shit like that. You know, it's like a couple $100 more. It still keep your overhead down with as far as the insurance. Go ahead and make your money. Then when you get ready to upscale, you know, or upgrade to a bigger trailer, then put the commercial insurance on there. That was a diamond right there. Rude boy, what's happening? Fucking answers falling from the sky, man. Killing me right now. But yeah, that was one for you. Our voltage, what's happening? Yeah, we get the job done about that truck life, man. You can't. Yeah, man. These fucking answers flying on me and shit, man. One flew in my mouth just now. That's crazy. You still got that 911? Boy right here, Rude Boy Notch, he got the, I think he still got the 911. He switched up, he changed his cars like jeans. But this Taycan it's pretty fast, man. I didn't get the fast one because it was like a whole another 70,000. And I knew I wanted to get a third car. You know you're gonna get me. You'll get me with the 911, bro. Cause I don't have the Turbo 4S. Now if I had that Turbo 4S, I'd dog it. But I don't, so you got it. You got it. But I will tell you this. The motherfucking Challenger wide body, it wasn't a Hellcat, but it was a 392. You know, he seen me behind him. What was it, like 3 days ago? He seen me behind him. Now, I don't encourage speeding, y'all. You got CDLs, you gotta be careful. But I was fucking up this day. So, he asked for it. So I was just like, okay, I'll put it in Sports Plus. Because the Taycan is still a Porsche. So, he seen me. I was behind him. He was coming off the ramp or whatever. He was coming off the ramp. So, he jumped on the highway. He started to give it a little something, giving a little something. So then I seen the smoke come from his tailpipes. He jumped out about 2 cars on me. And I just hit it, man. And that electricity, instant torque. I was on his ass. He was trying to get away, and then we bounced around the cars. Boom, boom. I got next to him and just left his ass. And I know he was scratching his head like, damn, that's that electric joint right there. He always, all that motor like, woo, 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 and just gone. Oh, high voltage. Now I was telling, I forgot who it was. I was telling him about the one car. You know what I mean? If you could get a pickup truck with a one car, you you put tow coverage on your personal policy. That way, the car that you're carrying is covered. You gotta. The key to this is you have to have somebody that will let you use their dispatch. Meaning, like, not saying I'm gonna do it, but if you was using my dispatch to do cars, but you don't have my DOT number up, on your truck, and DOT will never mess with you because it looks like a personal setup. If you can find somebody to do that, then you can get in the game. You can get in the game for about $300 a month if you own your equipment, and you can make about $2,000 a week. I've made $2,500 a week doing that, but I'm just, I like to average stuff out for y'all. So that Beamer move out too, though, Naj. That Kane, he move out. He V8 twin turbo. I gotta get somebody else to get in. I want to race him and see which one's faster, because I can't really tell with the Porsche, because it's a totally different feeling. That electric is just, it don't, yeah. Robbie dog, I need a driver, bro. This thing will bust my ass this weekend, man. I came home Friday. I went to bed at like 7 o'clock. I ain't even gonna hold you, man. It's been so long since I loaded it, and then I broke down, so I had to deal with that, and I had to sleep in the front seat. I thugged it out. For Thursday, y'all, when I picked the load up. Man, shit. Sleeping in that front seat. Stayed at the truck stop for like 11 hours. Then I drove up there to Nashville. You know what I mean? I could have did the night drop because they were 24/7, but it was my first time there, and I wanted to make sure I got a signature and everything so I can get paid. You know what I mean? Because that was my first time doing a Carvana load, so I was just like, man. So I stayed there, slept in the front seat a little more, then unload it in the morning, like 7 in the morning. Then shot over to Mount Juliet, Manheim, grabbed me 2 vehicles, came down, dropped them off, and then drove here to the spot. So, man, from Thursday morning all the way to Friday afternoon at 5, I was on that one run because of the breakdown. And man, shit. I nigga took a shower and hit that bed. It was over. I ain't wake up until Saturday morning too. So, Prince, I ain't gonna let you get the best of me. I'm gonna get it right, get conditioned. We're gonna get it. Young Chris 215, welcome to the room. You must be from Philly. Welcome. You from Philly? It's a lot of money up there with car hauling and hot shotting up in the tri-state. Any more questions? We're gonna wrap this one up. Remember the process. Fall in love with the process. Fall in love with the work. Don't think about the money. Yeah, just Young Chris, just tune in every Sunday, man. Every Sunday. I'll be busting it up. I answer any questions. You came at the tail end today, but at 5 o'clock every Sunday. So, today's topic was the process. And you said you're trying to get into business. Fall in love with the process, man. And what I mean by that is fall in love with learning. You know what I'm saying? Too many times I get guys, the first thing they want to talk about is the money. The money gonna come. The money is there. That's a guarantee. The money is there. It's good money in car hauling, it's good money in hot shot, it's good money in trucking, period. The money gonna come. Learn how to do the job first. Learn how to do the job to the best of your ability so you can stay getting the money. You know what I mean? I'm speaking from experience. I seen the money and I just went for the money, and that's why I was falling. But once you learn it, and you can stay steady and you'll be good at it. So fall in love with the process. James House said, is Mississippi a good area to run cars? Absolutely. You got Hattiesburg, Manheim, down there on 49. You got Canton, Nissan plant. Those are 2 of the bigger spots in Mississippi, and then you got your Louisiana and your Alabama right next door. So, yeah, you could definitely make some money. NTL Auto Transport said, is there plenty of brokers that would deal with new authorities? Yeah, Yeah, you're gonna have to start off with the B list, so to speak. You got to start off with the B list to work your way to the A list, but it's work there. You know what I mean? Now some of the companies like the bigger companies that move the new cars and stuff, they got the big contracts and stuff like that. And then what you got to understand too, if freight, the word broker is used in a different form than it is with car hauling. It's still the same, but just try to follow me on it. Is you don't really deal with a lot of brokers in car hauling. You deal with more mega carriers that sub out work in car hauling, right? That already got the work, like the United Roads, the Hanson and Atkins, the Proficient, More Transport. These guys will go directly to, they bid to directly through GM or Ford. You know what I mean? Because they got mad trucks, and their trucks move all of their freight for them. And what they can't move, then they sub out to guys like me and people on this platform that got the smaller trucks. Now, what the brokers come in at on the car hauling side is when you have dealers or wholesalers, places like people that that's not really in tune with the trans or don't have their own trucks, then they might call on a broker. But see, Central Dispatch kills a lot of that because it gives the dealers an opportunity to post the same things a broker would post themselves, so they don't even have to pay a broker. And even as a car hauler, I can broker cars without being a broker. So it's very little broker stuff going on in car hauling. Young Chris says, should I get my CDL first or just haul 3 cars? Get your CDLs, bro. We was talking about this the week before. Get your CDLs because they about to wrap up on that. They seeing too much of it, and they're gonna start cracking down on it. It's already starting to happen, so don't get caught up in that, and then don't box yourself in. You know what I mean? Once you get that 3 car and you start getting it going, you're gonna be stuck there if you don't have a CDL. And then, like I explained, if you go back through my recaps and watch the one on non-CDL, so you're gonna get stuck with your time. You're not gonna gain any experience with the insurance companies or with your DOT number. With DOT number you will, but with your insurance, once you switch to Class A from non-CDL, then your insurance company look at you as a new CDL driver. So you're gonna get charged just like you were. In 2 years you've been driving non-CDL, which could have been CDL, and that was a waste. So get your CDL. Are there? All right, that was it. Okay. Yeah. So I hope that answered your question. Yeah, man. We gonna wrap it. I gotta go charge this car. I ain't get the charger put in my garage yet. I've been bullshitting. But man, the electric cars, man, I like it, y'all. Y'all should definitely try it. You don't have to go to the gas station, man. It's been I ain't even drove the BMW like that, except for when I took it to get the pictures. And plates came in for that, so hopefully by tomorrow night, Tuesday, we're going to shoot the Porsche. We're going to do the shoot for that, and then I'm gonna go ahead and set the account up tomorrow though, for with Kane. What school you prefer, paying out of pocket or with the company? If you can pay out of pocket or get a grant, first foremost, you trying to get a CDL, check your local community college and see if they have a program for that, because 9 times out of 10 they do, and they'll pay for it. That's your first step. I went to Smith and Solomon in Bordentown, which I'm sure you're familiar with Bordentown, right in Jersey. So you can go there. They offer grants. Some of them pay the whole thing. So just check into that. Or you could go with a company like a Swift. So now I'll tell you about this now. Swift you can go there, you can get a full ride. It's gonna be free. You're gonna learn. You're gonna get the best teaching because you're gonna be in a big truck. And not only Swift, but it's a few of them like that. But with Swift, they're gonna make you sign a contract to drive with them for a year. After you get your own truck, so after you go through training, then you're gonna be putting your own truck. and you're gonna drive with them for a year. If you don't, then you're gonna have to pay them for the training, which is like I forgot how much it was. My son did it, and my dad did it actually this way. So you could try that. Netaloo, welcome to the room. Money 6087, welcome to the room. We're talking about the process today. We really kind of at the end of it, but basically to sum it up, just fall in love with the process, fall in love with the work. You know, learning and just sacrifice. You know what I mean? Don't get upset about some of the things you're gonna have to do to get to your goal. Just embrace it, really. And when you do that and you go like 100 miles per hour straight forward in that lane, you're gonna get to your goal every time. Like, instead of watching YouTube, right? Watching some goofy shit. Watch YouTube and watch a dispatch course. Watch a car hauler. Watch one of my videos on YouTube. Watch some like Hot Shot Dave, or just anybody that's dealing with what you want to do. Watch those videos. I'm definitely like a big complainer about goofing off time. Like, you know what I'm saying? And if, you do what you want to do, but I just know the people that really pour everything they have into what they want, they usually get it. So that's kind of what today was about. Jeff Fellini, welcome to the room. Hope I pronounced that right. But yeah, the process. We see the results all the time on IG and TikTok and Instagram, and I said that already. Facebook. That's it. I'm still learning all the things. B Hayes 69, welcome to the room. But I don't know. Shoot some more questions. Y'all got me going now. Y'all gotta keep the questions going. Hey, Gas, you checked out. I sent you that 19 dually. It was just something that came across my page, so I sent it to all three of y'all. Just to, you never know. So, cause they hard, man. The equipment is hard to come by right now. So, I was like, let me just send them to these. They might be ready to pull that trigger. All right, man. Shit, we're gonna wrap it up. You already know. Till next week, stay sucker free. Okay. Yeah, absolutely. Mobile Andrew, what's good? I got another number for you. Another number for you, bro. It's a lady. She got 2 trucks, and she needs 2 drivers, and she kind of like in a bad jam or whatever. Yeah, I'm gonna hit you guys. I'm gonna hit you up after I wrap this up. So, Blaze 69 said, I got my authority for the semi. How do I change it to Hot Shot? You don't have to change it. Your authority is your authority. You're just gonna change your vehicle on your insurance policy. Now, if you're talking about your MS 150 form, which is your DOT update, something like that, then you can just go on the FMCA website, and I will, Andrew, and just update your commodities to freight if you're going to be doing hot shot freight, or if you was doing freight, you need to add cars. I would just put both of them on there, and then just change it on your insurance policy. That's it. But you don't have to change your authority. What kind of truck would you recommend using starting off with a 1 car? A diesel, if possible. 2500 diesel is all you really need. You could probably get away with a 2-car bumper pull also if you want to do that. So, Jumpman 23, welcome to the room. And yeah, you good. Yeah, you good with that. So, you can do a 2-car with that. You can do a 2-car bumper pull with a 2500, or even a gooseneck 2-car. And just make sure your axle weights, keep you, under the illegal line. And plus, like with a see this what a game comes in at. Like you don't DOT is gonna look at a gooseneck more than he's gonna look at a bumper pull. You can have both of them could be a 2 car, but DOT gonna look at the gooseneck first and be like, why he ain't got no DOT number? But that bumper pull, he might scratch his head. He might, it's just he's just not gonna look at it that much. I'm telling you, it looks more personal than it does for work. So, and it's telltale things like you get the auction cars and they got the stickers on them. Take the stickers off before you leave the auction. You know what I'm saying? Just it's ways to make money. You can make the money. Just get the equipment. Get the equipment and DM me. I'll show you how. I'll tell you how to get some money. It is what it is. We gotta survive out here. We can't solely ride by their rules, man. I'm gonna be honest with you. Can't. You gotta try. For the most part, but sometimes you gotta flex them. You gotta bend them rules a little bit, cause it's not out here. It's out here to make them rich. Everybody said trucking is so lucrative, and it is, but it's even more money on the things that surround trucking, the repair shops, the tires, the parts, the permits, and all the little things that come along with trucking. Those are the people who are actually making a lot of money because they don't have the overhead of the truck breaking down. They're not in the truck, putting the time in, etc., etc. So, that's it, man. Yeah, Jump, man. I'm definitely on that Airbnb, bro. I'm on it. I'm finally about to set this Toro thing up. Once I get that off my plate, I'm about to go get me a little hoopty, y'all. My dad gonna give me a '96 Cherokee, hopefully. All right, he said it just needs some tires on it, so I'm gonna get that. I wanted a pickup truck, but that'll do because I can lay the seats down, throw some junk in the back. If I need to get some parts for Prince over here, some tires or hydraulic hoses and cylinders and shit like that, I'll be able to do it. But once I get that Cherokee and summer is over with, yeah, it's them cars are going on Toro 100%. And then Jump, man, I'm on it. I'm on that Airbnb, bro. On it. But shit, man, I ain't gonna hold y'all, man. Stay sucker free, man. Don't, keep all positive energy around you. And, till next Sunday, man, we're gonna get with you. For that person that just came in, I'm gonna leave a recap up here so you can watch it, all right? All right. Stay sucker free, y'all, man. It's the only way to be.